Hi, Freedom Queen. Welcome back to the Freedom Queen podcast. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this episode because I'm going to be talking about how in 2025 we have 1.5 million already for next year. So I don't do anything else. 1.5 million. Obviously, we're not going to do that. We're taking the brand to 8 figures, so 10 million. But 1.5 million for next year is incredible. And I want to talk with you about how I've set it up while I sip on a cappuccino looking at a beautiful palace, and I sit at the most gorgeous table ever on or just off the Venice Canal and enjoy this morning podcast episode from Italy. I mean, it is literally beautiful. If I could just text you a photo of this, I would. Or if you're my client, ask me for the photo and I'll send it to you. What a magical, magical place to be. So, 1.5 million for 2025. How was it created? Well, if I were to tell it to you in short, I would say this to you. I sold offers that start in 2025. And that would be the simple version. Simple version would be I sold the offers for 2025 and people bought them, and that's it. But people would say, how? How did you do that? Okay, well, let me tell you the next step. And I find this to be actually super helpful to hear the basics of it because it brings it closer to you. So step 2 is I created a buying experience. So I created a buying experience where people come into an experience, and it can be different. It could be something like a podcast. It could be a challenge. It could be an event. It's an experience for them. And the whole point is that whoever joins that event is a match for the offer you're going to sell. And so I offered one of our masterminds for 2025, and people bought it. I asked them, do you want to take the next step to work with me? Now, this sounds so simple, but there's a couple of key parts that I want to hit on that makes my sales blow up more than most people's sales. Number 1, your conviction around the offers that you're selling is extremely important. So if when you go to sell your offer at the end of a buying experience and you aren't confident about it, and it sounds like you don't really care about it, and you don't sound on purpose about the offer, guess what? People aren't going to buy. When I sell, I am so confident in offers. I deeply believe in the transformation that the offer can provide. I believe in every single human that signs up for my offers, which is why they explode. So it's not just sell the offer, it's also how confident are you when you're selling? Are you speaking with certainty when you open up your offers at any point in time? Whether it's on a podcast, an IG live, in person with someone, or at the end of a challenge. The reason I bring that up is because I can tell you, look, I sold offers that start in 2025. I sold them on the back end of masterclasses. I sold them to current clients, tons of re-signs for 2025. And I could tell you that, and that's what I did. But if you don't know who I'm being, it doesn't matter. I have learned over the last couple of years that who you're being and how you're showing up is 1,000 times more important than what you're actually saying. The saying part is also true. But when you're showing up and you're selling your offers, it has to come from this place of pure, I know that this is the way. That's actually what you're doing in all of your marketing. Everybody has their own way, right? There's so many different people in different industries and niches teaching their own way. Well, you can go the way of feminine energetics, you can go the way of masculine business launching, you can go the way of ads, you can go the way of organic. It all works. It all works, but it just is dependent upon, do you want to actually do that way, and do you believe in that way? If you don't believe in that way, no one else is. This is actually the game that you're playing, whether you truly believe it or not. Because the more that you are backing your own work, your offers, your vehicle, your way, your unique movement, the more people are going to buy into you. It's not the other way around. And a lot of people, they try and go and sell, but they actually aren't convicted and confident and certain in their own way. So what happens is that translates into the actions that they take and how they show up. So I want you to look at the offers that you're selling for 2025, even the offers that doesn't have to be the time you're listening to this, offers that you have in the next month or 3 months, and ask yourself, when you go to sell these, are you completely obsessed with the offer? Are you moved by the offer to a point where you would stare someone in the eyes and go, you'd be crazy not to buy this. Like, you have to buy this. This is insane. And are you also good enough to walk away from people and say, actually, I don't care if you buy it. I know this offer is so good. I know this product is so amazing. It is so incredible and life-changing that I don't care if you buy it, and I'm going to walk away from you because you're so certain in it. How many times you get rejected doesn't matter to you. You're still going to show up and sell the offer like it is the best thing in the entire world. That's what makes the biggest difference. And I'm sure you've seen this in your own sales. They've blown up, gone through the roof when your conviction is through the roof. Maybe you've had a moment where you're like, you're on fire and everything's great, and you start selling and everyone's buying it because you were in that place of certainty, which is what you're actually selling. People want certainty from you. So, Freedom Queen, as you go into sell over the next week, over the next month, today, I want you to ask yourself, are you speaking with certainty? Are you speaking with confidence? Like there's no other way than your way that people need to be a part of. They'd be crazy not to join your offer. And pay attention to this the next time you're on a masterclass, an IG live, sending an email, an IG story, on your podcast, on a challenge. Pay attention to your levels of conviction and watch how many more people move and sign up. Now, if you're listening to this during the 12 days of Freedom Queen Christmas, reminder to share and review the podcast. I'm just going to include a link in the show notes below the episode so you can get all of the details about it. Essentially, one person's going to win a ticket to Freedom Queen Live 2025, and you have to put in all your details. And just click the link below in the show notes, the Telegram link. It explains it there. Share it, write reviews. You get multiple entries for every time you do that. And then one person's going to be selected on Jan 6th. So make sure that you take all that action. And I will see you at Freedom Queen Live.